Hey guys, Smidley here, and today I am back with some Minecraft Prisons. So the server did reset, unfortunately, but the new season actually came out pretty quickly after the first one ended, which was nice. So I'm going to create the gang. Oh, that's right. Oops. There we go. So now we have, a gang. Figured I'll do this quickly this time because last time I didn't know to do it. So we're going to get the excavator going first, since now that I know how it works, we want that going. But now the other good thing is now we got the candies going, which I didn't have before, so now that'll go and everything else will go. And that's what we want. Settings, I gotta find... Oh yeah, we wanna... Oh, okay, it looks like a bunch of stuff is already disabled. Okay. I don't like the chat to be too busy. So, I kept on voting even while the server was down. So I have 30 unclaimed votes. So we're just gonna, go ahead and do this. Because why not? Wish that there was a way to... Oh, I can just claim them all. That's so much easier. So that already puts me up to 45. And 17 up here, so that already puts me up. So I'm at a pretty good advantage here. That's pretty nice. Oh my god, I want the... Maybe if I try and disable that. Maybe that'll remove some. Nope. Alright. Looks like that chat's just gonna be going crazy. So I can actually go to crates. So I'm gonna save a bunch of these vote crates, because last time I was selling them for like 50k tokens each. Now, probably not going to work that great at the start of the season. However, if I can save them, that'll be great for later on. The one thing that I do want is I will need to get armor. And I do like the vote crate stuff for that. I think that I can get it on my own, but just easier with the enchants. Alright, so let's look at the mine. So we're going to have to start from scratch. Unfortunately, there's going to be a bunch of people. First thing that I got to do is I got to get efficiency up to level 12. That is goal number 1. I'll save these candies for once I get there. They did add... Yeah, here's a new one. That's going to be cool. Trait Weaver's new. Chance to find traits while mining. Overlord. Activate up to 4 random custom enchants. That's pretty nice. I think those are all the new ones. So, I'm going to spend a bunch of time grinding because it's just going to be really long grinding. Might actually do this... So this is going to look weird in the recording schedule. I might have to... I think that I'm going to do a live stream for this weekend for me. So, like, the weekend of the 13th and 14th, I'll probably do it on the 14th. So this video might get released at a weird time compared to usual, just so that people can have it. Maybe I'll delay it. I'm not sure yet. I'll probably delay it. Yeah, that sounds about right. I'll figure out something for it. But I'm gonna do a bunch of grinding. I'll record some interesting stuff that pops up, but it's like this is slow. This is gonna be slow grinding. So I'll do that. I'll be back with some updates of things, and yeah, hopefully something interesting happens. Alright, so I've been hard at work on the server, working on prestiging and all that fun stuff. I got up to prestige 4. You can see some of that grind I did do live stream. For you guys, it'll actually be yesterday. And so, yeah, I got up to prestige 4, working on getting to prestige 5. The hideout has some upgrades going. Next up is I gotta do this. I can actually go do the summoners and the crops now. And so, basically, just been working on that. Gold hasn't been on yet. And I am still working to get us up to where we can compete with Jerome, but it's gonna be a while. So, that's what I've done so far. Figured I would give a brief update. If you guys want to see for what I did on Sunday, so yesterday for you guys, then the live stream is still up. It should be public for people to go and do a playback for. I think that I opened up Minecraft about an hour in. So if you would like to go see that, by all means. And yeah, so just gonna keep on working on things. That's really all I have, other than, let me go and get this. I did get pets. I did open up some of those magma blocks, and I did get new pets. Inspiration. No, I want prosperity. So, got these pets. They do a lot. I mean, they are really good pets for the eggs that I could open. But yeah, so just gonna keep on grinding. One other thing, for those of you who have stayed, there is a post talking about it on my channel, but I'll explain it here as well. I am adjusting the upload schedule. So this week it'll be kind of the same trend as there was before. Next week, on Monday, is when the schedule will really switch. I'm going to start doing 4 episodes a week. So what I'm going to do is, I have a large backlog of BF6. So what I'm going to do is, acid rain. Monday and Friday, I'm going to do BF6. Wednesday and Saturday will be whatever game I upload that week. If I'm doing a series, then maybe like, let's say like I'm doing, why am I blanking on every game that has a series? Let's say that I'm playing like Astroneer or something, and I'm doing a series on Astroneer. Then maybe like every Saturday will be that, or every other Saturday or something like that, and I'll try and like make it like an actual schedule for those. But other than that, it'll be just whatever games I decide to do for that week. Once the BF6, once that backlog is gone, which won't be for months, but once that backlog is gone, then it will be the Monday and Friday will then become whatever game I choose for that week. So it'll then turn into just different videos. Maybe if there's a series or something, then more to dedicate to the series, stuff like that. So that's kind of the plan. That'll start next week. And then I'll also work on doing more live streams. I'm going to try and do those for weekends. Not every weekend, but some weekends. And then once the school year starts up again, then I might do some during the weeks. And then they'll just be like, you know, kind of like afternoon, evening ones type thing. So that's kind of the plan. And yeah, we're going to see how it goes. Once once I get the statistic on like when people are like when my viewers are on YouTube, then the schedule might switch up just to better fit that, but that won't be for a while. And then there are, if you look in my posts, there are polls. Those will stay up. You can recommend different games to do for live streams. You can put down when you would like to see live streams, and you can even put down for what you would like for a release schedule. If it makes you put in a name, the name really doesn't matter. You can just put A. I'm not looking at that as much, but that'll give me an idea of what you guys want, so then I can actually tailor it better for that. And that's really all that I've got. The reason why I wanted to fit that into this video was I'm recording this after the live stream, as you can probably tell. So like I literally just I came up with this during the live stream, so it's pretty new. There is a post explaining that, but wanted to do it in something that gets a little bit wider reach than my posts. I will start doing more updates in posts, so if I highly recommend that you just keep an eye out on that, just because that's an easier way for me to get that kind of outreach for these things. Let's see, how close am I? 6,000 already? Damn, okay. We take those. But yeah, so that's kind of the plan. I have ideas for videos. I'm trying to get gold for some of them, or official, Sebastian. I say all three in videos. We're gonna see how that goes. I know he's pretty busy this summer, so might not get him in too much, but I'll try. He does enjoy popping in. And yeah, I got some fun stuff planned. And then eventually as well, I'll have stuff for servers going. And then I can host servers with friends. So things like Sky Factory, other Minecraft servers, Minecraft mini games. There are many things that I can do once I get that set up. So yeah, and just because, I mean, this is a really short video, I think that I'm at, actually, yeah, we'll finish up the crops, and then I'm going to go kill the 10 summoners, and then that'll be it for this one. That'll get us about 20-ish minutes, which I think is a pretty good time. 7,000. Okay, so when I start actually thinking about it, this then becomes a lot slower. Went a lot faster when my brain was just turned off. Oh, also, for the polls, the one for video releases live and when to do the live streams, those are single submission. The one for games for live streams is unlimited submissions, so you can submit that as many times as you want. That's why that one forces you to put in a name. It was the only way that Straw Poll would let me do it. I will find a new poll service that gives me the functionality that I want better, but for now this is what we got. And yeah, for the games, feel free to put whatever. If I don't have it, it just won't be chosen. If I have it, then it'll be considered. I might also start doing polls during the week before I schedule for a live stream and just say, all right, here are my 3 picks. Which one do you guys want? And then kind of do it that way. We'll see. Not entirely sure yet. All right, so this should be just about done. Yeah, almost there. Almost there. Damn, they killed the boss already. Not bad. Not bad at all. But yeah, hopefully Mav and
Sebastian get some free time soon to help me grind. Oh, also, for those of you who did not know, I know Mav hasn't appeared in any videos yet, but for those of you from Plastic Battlegrounds, you will all know him. He's been doing some work on naming for my videos, so you'll notice there's a change in how they're titled. He's been doing a bunch of the BF6 ones recently. So let me know, like, you guys can leave comments on how he does for it. We both are not great a lot of times, so any kind of advice would be greatly appreciated. So he's taking up that, which will hopefully make it to where I can really get into the making videos part better than I was before, because the naming just really wasn't clicking for me, and it was a struggle to name videos. That's why they took so long, was because it was just, the naming was just such a roadblock for me, and I didn't want to do it because it was a roadblock. So he's been working on that. I'm gonna start working better on thumbnails. There's gonna be a great delay between some games and when I make good thumbnails. It's a work in progress. I'm trying. Please bear with me on it. Some games are harder than others to do naming for. Alright, so let's go kill... I think that I need 10. So we'll just quickly... They're fighting a boss. We're just going to kill these guys, because I don't need any hits on the boss for this one. There was a few of the upgrades I needed to do, like, a lot of damage to the boss, but, like, I don't have to here, so I'm just not going to bother. If you're not in the top, like, 10 damage dealers for the boss, you don't get anything from it. So I'm not here to focus on the boss, so I'm not going to bother doing anything, because then it would just be a waste of my time, because I'm not going to get anything out of it. It's kind of pointless to do. Alright, one more. Alright, so now all that I need to do is get the mine crates, which are achieved from mining. So we're just gonna get out of here. Oh. So that'll be for when I'm working on the prestige and stuff. I should get a few. So I'm not too worried about grinding that out here. And then eventually I gotta work on upgrading the excavator and stuff. Let's see, how many sprouts do I have? 20k. That's 10k. Don't need that. Okay. So that's not really of great use at this time. Reduce production time. We need tokens for that. Not doing much that has the tokens for the base yet. So it looks like at some point I'll just be grinding out. I mean, we can just buy this now. And then the gang isn't high enough level and stuff. So, unfortunately, so all of the different tools, they require tokens to upgrade. So you have to do pickaxe, as well as whichever farm you're doing, you need to grind the tokens for each of those. So we're splitting up the workload just so that we don't have to split the tokens as far. So I'm doing all of the crops, and then Sebastian and Mav are doing the mobs. It's great, but the issue is when others aren't on, it then slows the production, because I can't burn all my tokens on the mobs, because then I don't have it for my pickaxe to prestige or the farm. So we're in a little bit of a pass here, which is fine. I mean, they're both busy. I'm not saying that they can't be busy. It's just going to be a little bit slow going while we kind of wait for them. So, yeah, that's kind of where we're at. That's about all that I have for you guys for now. Ooh, we get a rank up. And yeah, again, release schedule will be changing next Monday, which I believe is like the 23rd, 22nd, something like that. So if for whatever reason it seems like a video is popping up when it normally wasn't, that would be why. But yeah, I hope you guys did enjoy it, and if you did, then please do subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one.